to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited that you returned. Today is all about what do you do when you miss your ex. Not only when you miss your ex, but when you feel the desire to reach out to him, or you look up and he's reaching out to you. What do you do? Because you miss him too, or it's so flattering to know that he's thinking about you and he's reaching out to you, or you're thinking about him and you want to reach out to see how he's doing. I actually saw a tweet that said, there's no reason to reach out to him. He's fine, his mom was fine, everybody's fine. You don't need to check in. Their life is going on just like yours is. It's actually by Heather Lindsay. And you try to justify it like, I'm just saying, hey, hi, how are you? How's life? All of that. Is it really healthy? Is it good for you? Is it good for him? What is your expectation for reaching out? Have you reached out multiple times before? Is this putting you in a place of regret? These are all the things that you have to keep in mind when you miss that person, because missing him is not bad. That's not the issue. It's the choices you make because you miss him is what we have to fix, right? That's what this was all about. When you miss your ex, it can happen at the most random times. Things that you didn't even think mattered would trigger a memory or something, and you're like, why did it have to end? We were so happy together. Oh, he always used to do this for me. Oh, I loved it when we were here together. You go there and you get so stuck on what was, and you're like, you know what? I gotta reach out. I gotta reach out. I'm gonna give you an example. So there was a time some birds felt the need to disrespect my car and use it as a toilet. And so I had to go ahead and take my car to the car wash. Now, it's the automatic kind, and it actually really freaks me out because I just feel like I'm putting so much trust in a machine, as well as the person who works there and never looks excited to be there. You pull in and they just go, and then they point to the sign that tells you, put your car neutral, and then they're gone. And it's just like, where did you go? So anxiety really builds up in me when I go to these, but I also don't like to do the manual wash, so there you go. So I'm going through the car wash, and at first I'm freaking out because I'm making sure I don't step on the accelerator, I don't step on the brake, I don't shift gears. And then I get a little nervous when it gets dark and all the things are slapping up against the car, so I usually freak out. But when I went through the car wash this time, I thought about my ex and how he used to wash my car, and how he used to have my car spotless, almost looking like she had just come off the lot. And it hit me. Oh, wait, I have to do this now. Oh, he was just so thoughtful when he would do that for me. That meant so much to me. And I got overcome with missing him. Almost to the point of tears. Because I started thinking about all the other things he used to do for me and how happy we were together. And it's just like, why did we break up? Ooh, I should reach out to him. I should see how he's doing, because I'm thinking about him. I can guarantee he's thinking about me, and I really tried to justify reaching out to him, and it got blocked. Like my sister called me or something along those lines, and it didn't really happen, which is for the best. But that's just an example of how random it could be, and it's easy to dwell and think about the good times. Who doesn't love the good times? Your relationship could have been awful, or it could have been good. But there's a reason why it ended. Whether you ended it, whether he ended it, for some reason, one of you realized this is not working. Acknowledge that. Think about the things that happened in your relationship that were not good, that were not healthy, where you hurt each other, where he was angry with you, where you were angry with him, where you put yourselves in positions of wanting to walk away but then didn't, where you settled when you should have decided, you know what, I don't have to continue to endure this. There's a reason why. Only you know why. What is that why? Because when I got done crying, when I got over the emotion of missing him and thinking about him and needing to hear from him, I had to reflect. And I had to think about why we broke up in the first place. Those things that existed then exist now. If they were challenges or issues or a part of him that I didn't agree with or that I didn't want to share, why would it be different now? Because he used to wash my car? That's crazy. And we go through that though. But there's nothing wrong. I really want to reiterate, there is nothing wrong with missing your ex. The problem comes in when you act on missing him. I know what you're thinking. Okay, Shady, you telling me everything what not to do, but you have yet to give me a solution on what it is I need to do to help me overcome these moments when I miss my ex so much that I want to reach out. Or if he happens to reach out to me, why shouldn't I say something back? So first of all, I want you to evaluate your situation because every situation is different. First of all, just think, me responding back to him or me initiating a conversation with him, what is it going to do to benefit me? I've had moments where I was just sitting there looking stupid. Like, why did you even say something to him? Because you reach out, then you don't get the response you want. Now you sit there with egg on your face. Been there. I don't want that for you. Nobody wants to be in embarrassing situations. So I've had a friend who told me, you know, when you want to reach out to him, reach out to me. Call me, text me. I don't care when or where, whatever. Reach out to me. I will talk to you to try to fill that void. Now, on one hand, that's super beneficial because you are having somebody hold you accountable. It's like, yo, I'm missing so-and-so. I'm about to text him, but I called you instead. So it's like somebody to hold you accountable. But to be real, it's not going to give you the response that you want because you want to hear from him. But it's one solution. Another one is to take the time to really evaluate your intentions. What do you want? Would you even get back with this man if given the opportunity? If everything was still the same as when you all were initially together, would you want to even still be with him? Or is it just a matter of being stuck on what was? Or what is attached to him? Because that was my problem. I have a hard time letting go. Notice I said I have, not I had. I had a hard time letting go of relationships because I attached forever to it. So when we break up, the idea of marriage and children and forever together goes with you. So it's not just moving on from him, it's moving over from the concept and the idea of a lifetime with you because our relationship didn't work out. But since that relationship didn't work out, our forever wouldn't work out. And it's like when you can think about it, it makes sense. But in the moment when your emotions start revving up, you forget. Logic goes out the window. And just think about if another woman was in your position and she came to you and asked you for advice. If you would not advise her to reach out to him, then you shouldn't either. There were so many times when I would reach out to my ex, or even when he would respond or say something to me first, that in engaging in the conversation, I would tell another woman, what is wrong with you? Why are you still communicating with him? He texts me first. Your point. You don't have to respond back. You're not entitled to. There's no responsibility there. So if you wouldn't even advise a woman who was in your position to do what you were doing, should you do it? No. You should not. I'm going to answer that for you. You should not. It's hard. I know. It's so hard to move on. It's so hard to let go of what was or what could be. But time is passing on, and if you are still there, you're missing out on what is happening now. And that's another thing that I want to promote with this. It's okay to be single. So if a relationship ends, that's okay, because you get to spend more time taking care of you and fixing things that are within you and becoming whole. There's no value you can put on that. Having companionship, having somebody to text, having somebody to call you, having somebody to send you cute emojis and be the first person to comment on all your stuff on social media, it's nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's nice to have that. But if you are not happy while in it, are the perks of it worth it? These are the things we have to think about. You gotta put it all in perspective and talk to somebody. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't isolate yourself and be too embarrassed to tell a friend, yo, I miss him. I don't care if they gonna say, you miss that crazy dude. What's wrong with you? So listen, and then be there for somebody else. I don't care how dumb, stupid, crazy, raggedy, whatever your friends may feel about your ex, she should still be able to be there for you and be like, girl, it's okay. It's okay. Don't judge her. Don't tell her you need to move on. Listen and be there for her. And then know that you will get past this. You will not always be here. That, what about when I miss him? Situation will not always be a part of your life. You're gonna move forward. So in getting to the place to where you move past missing him, if you gotta go drastic, take his number out your phone, which didn't work for me because I memorized numbers, so I really truly have to have self-control. But sometimes you gotta block. And you're probably like, whoa, you know, we on good terms, that's crazy. But if it's putting you in a position to where you are stuck and you can't go through a car wash without almost crying and thinking about him, you need some distance. You need a barrier, or you need some boundaries between the two of you, because it's stalling you. And it's like, but that's not cool. You know, I like texting every now and then. I like having open communication. It's fine if you're okay. But if you are stuck, girl, you need to make some changes. And it's okay to do so. And it's okay to be in a place where I'm like, this is too much. And that's okay. But you have to get to a point to where you are in a position to where you're ready to do this. So I'm not saying you watch this video and you like, bet, I'm gonna do it right now. Don't do it until you're ready. Because you'll look up and you'll start sending him like a bunch of text messages. You're gonna be overwhelmed because there's gonna be this gap and it's gonna be too much for you. Don't do it until you are ready. And nobody knows when you are ready until you are. These are the things that we have to keep in mind to help us move forward. And letting go of that is embracing singleness. Because as long as you are attached to that, you are keeping a hold to of what could have been. When you really should just be accepting the fact that it's over. And you are single. You have received this gift. And it's up to you to embrace it and enjoy it. And be grateful for it. Instead of focusing on the past and what could have been. But you got this, girl. We got this. It's gonna be okay. I'm proud of us already. So happy for us. And of course, this goes without saying that you should pray. And you know, I'm going to do this at the end of this video, but of course you want to pray and ask the Lord to help you to accept what is and to strengthen you and to help you to be okay in this particular season in your life and to help you to get over your heartbreak. Because in all honesty, whether you ended the relationship or he did, heartbreak is heartbreak. And it honestly doesn't make it any easier regardless of what position you were in. So the Lord can help you with that. But I wanted to also give other things that you can put into practice that can help you as well. Because prayer is a necessity. And see, God already knows how you feel, what you're going through. He's been there with you. Even help him when you feel those moments when you want to text him. Help me, Lord. Put me in a position to where I don't have that desire anymore. If he reaches out to you first, because y'all know that happens. You just ask the Lord, give me the self-control to not respond back. You don't have to go off. You have to be like, hey, leave me alone. I'm blocking you. Leave me alone. I've done it. It's not good if you turn back around and text him back. So you ought to do all that. Just practice self-control. He will survive not getting a text back. And if you do reach out, shake it off. Don't beat yourself up. Ask the Lord to help you to maintain that self-control. Because it's going to happen. But you don't want it to become a pattern. I'm excited for those of you who may be in this same position and it's a struggle. And I'm excited for you to come out of this and to embrace where you are and to be satisfied with the fact that that person is no longer in your life. And it's going to be okay. I promise. So I'm going to go ahead and pray. And that'll be it. Okay? Dear Lord, I come before you, first of all, just to thank you. Thank you for being God. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for being holy. Thank you for being great. Thank you for being the only one true living God who sits high and looks low and loved us so much that you gave your only son just so we could spend eternity with you. You're so mighty and powerful and just amazing. Lord, I come before you praying for any woman who watches this video and is in this position in her life where it's hard to let go, where her heart is hurting and she still loves him, and it's very difficult to just accept the fact that it is over. Lord, help us to acknowledge that it's hard. Help us understand that this is not something that we get over overnight, but through you, we can be in a different place. We can get to a place where we can love again. We can get to a place to where we are satisfied and content where we are until you bless us with someone else. Lord, just help us to have the self-control to not act on that. Father God, surround us with other women who can help us and hold us accountable to do what we know is best for us. And Lord, when those moments arise and is random and we trying to figure out what is going on, Lord, help us to call on you for peace. Help us to call on you for direction. Lord, when we cry out to you, please hear us and help us. We can't do it without you. At all. And I just thank you for letting us know that it's okay to be in this position, but we should not be satisfied. We want to come out of this. We don't want this to be a season we are in longer than we have to be because of our own decisions. Lord, help us to embrace singleness and to embrace the fact that even though relationships end and there's a drastic change in your life, we will bounce back. There's glory after this. Lord, I love you and I thank you All glory and honor be unto your name. In Jesus' name, amen.